And now it's time to introduce our Celebrate Me Home honoree. "1968 was a good year for a young man from a farm town just out of Lansing, Michigan. It was the year his beloved Detroit Tigers came back from a 3-1 deficit to win the World Series. It was also the year he graduated from a college miles away from Tiger Stadium, a place we know as East Los Angeles College. The hippie movement was alive back then. Would-be artists, including tonight's honoree, found themselves painting the VW vans as a start. Then something hit him, like a Denny McLean fastball between the eyes. Why not paint larger-than-life, realistic murals? And the rest, as they say, is history. Murals, as familiar to us as the Harbor Freeway Overture, are a few examples of what a creative mind can produce. Art is the diverse range of the human process and the proud product of this process. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to celebrate home one of our brightest, one of our best. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I present to you my friend, Mr. Ken Twitchell.
Being appreciated. One thing I always liked about actors, I started off painting actors. Steve McQueen was my first effort. And I always admired the fact that wherever they go, people recognize them, and however they did on their last performance is how they're being judged. I can go out and do a terrible job and walk down the street and nobody knows. It's kind of nice, you know. I remember once Edward Boucher probably is arguably the most fantastic artist in California. I painted a monument to him. In fact, there he is right now behind some vandalism. I was just talking with him yesterday because I'm getting ready to paint him again. He was painted out illegally in 2006. But it's, I think, one person in about 10,000 actually can be a fine artist and make it. I mean, it's mostly luck. There's so many people so much more talented than I am, but I've been very, very fortunate. I can't imagine why anybody would go to a 4-year college, nothing against 4-year colleges, but would do the first 2 years at that college. It doesn't make sense. East LA College, I went to 3 colleges, ended up with a master's degree mostly because I had a GI Bill and I couldn't stand the thought of looking back years later and not having used all of it, you know. So, but East LA College was, and I said it, you know, unashamedly, the one experience I had that really did seem like a college. It had actually trees that were coming up out of the ground, and it was the 60s, and there was always somebody that could play the guitar and sing. It was like a real experience for me. I was older than everybody else, and everyone was going through the hippie movement, and I just sort of thought, this is cool. I looked young at the time, and so I just pretended like I was one of them, and for about 2 or 3 years I was a hippie. You know, I was a flashy hippie. And it was just a great experience. I still think back at East LA College. I've been to college 6 years, but those 2 years at East LA College to me represent my college years still. And I appreciate very much your appreciation of me. Thank you.
One more round applause, Mr. Twitchell.